Hello everybody and welcome back to Leeton. My name's Jace and you join me on a very wet, miserable bank holiday Monday. This is an extra bank holiday Monday in the UK because apparently it's something to do with a king or something like that. I'm not certain. But yesterday was red hot. It was a beautiful day yesterday, 17 degrees. And I was laying slabs outside, and today everything is soaking wet. And on what's today, Monday, so on Saturday it was chucking it down all day as well. So basically the ground is so wet, there's nothing that you can really do on the beds. So this video is about rainy day jobs and a few things I'm going to get done while I can't do anything outside. And the first thing I would say to anybody on these sort of days is put your waterproofs on, put your wellies on, go out and inspect your plants, especially the delicate stuff like the brassicas, the salad, etc. The things that are prone to slug attack, because my brassicas are getting absolutely hammered. And I went out on Saturday when it was really wet at twilight, sort of light, dusk time, and I must have killed 100 slugs easily. I just went along and I picked them off the plants, and because I've got bear traps set up in that bed, I just dropped them in the bear traps. Now, removing them by hand is an effective way of doing it because they're actually on the plant. You can see them, you can turn the leaves over, you can look up underneath the leaves, you can root around in the soil around the bottom of the plant, you can find them and you can dispatch them, you can get rid of them. Days like today where it's wet and warm and a dull light are the best times to do it. Check under the pots you've got around the place, check under plastic bags, check under pieces of wood, under bricks, just find them, and today's the perfect day to do it. Do be careful though, slugs can carry a parasite, rat lungworm, which comes from rats. The rats go to the toilet, the slugs or the snails feed on that and then they can get it. And there's been a few people killed, so because they've eaten a slug, and that is then, and it can hide in your system for years as well before actually showing up, and it causes paralysis and then death. So do be careful. If you're going to handle slugs, wash your hands or wear gloves, whatever. So that's the first rainy day job I would recommend you do. Get out, find the slugs, find the snails. Second rainy day job I'm going to do is I'm going to sow some seeds because there's very little I can do outside. So, and the first seeds I'm going to sow are some dwarf bean. So I'm going to fill up these modules. I have sown French climbing bean already. I've sown those direct, but we do like beans and they store well in the freezer, so might as well stick a few more in. I'll plant them reasonably deep, and these are Ferrari. Excuse me. I'm going to put one in each. And then top those off. And this is Irish moss peat compost with some vermiculite. That is it. And I'm using big modules because they'll be okay in here for a couple of weeks at least after they've germinated, while I organise a place to put them. So that's one. I think I'll do 4 trays, so I'll get these done and then I'll be back. Okay everyone, so I've got 24 dwarf beans sown, and I've also planted up some melon that I bought at the garden centre the other day, Alvaro F1 hybrid, and it says it's the earliest to ripen outdoors, so hopefully we get some decent weather. I've got an area in mind that's very sheltered. I can set up a timber frame, put some strings and grow them up a string hopefully, but we need some nice weather for that. And other things we can do on rainy days, you could be taking tomato side shoots and growing them on as new plants. We can be checking our plants that are in the greenhouse or somewhere else, see if they need potting on. So these are my peppers, and they don't need potting on at the moment. So I know that my peppers and my chilies are fine. I don't have to worry about them for now. Just keep them watered, warm and light, and they'll be okay. And I did mention the other day actually in a video about this tomato plant, and very kindly quite a few of you have come back and said that looks like weed killer poisoning or some kind of chemical, and quite rightly Charles Dowding has done videos on this, and he actually tests his compost and manure with beans, I think it is. He grows beans in them before he uses it. And what's worrying is this is shop bought compost. This tomato is in shop bought compost. Now, I don't think it's this Irish moss peat. I think this would be a cheap compost made from green waste that I've bought at one of the major retailers, and it will be a case of someone has put something that's contaminated with a weed killer in their green bin or in their food recycling bin. It's been collected, it's gone off for composting, and it's ended up in the bag that I bought. So that tomato plant I won't be planting out, and I certainly wouldn't be eating any fruit from it. But I've gone round and checked all my other plants today because it's miserable, and so I've been in the greenhouse and in here, etc. And I also have this cucumber, which again is not doing very well at all. The leaves are a bit dry, crinkly. If you look at these, this is what all the others are like. No problems. So I think these two plants have ended up with contaminated compost. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm not going to water them, I'm going to let them die, and I'm going to burn the plants and the compost next time I have a fire in the little fire pit down the garden, because I don't want to put these plants on my compost heap or this compost on my beds and risk spreading that contamination further. So I'm going to burn them and give the pots a really good wash, and that's it, you know, take it on the chin. So there's lots of things that we can be doing even on a miserable day like this. We could be in the shed fixing tools, sharpening tools, making things, sorting out your greenhouse. There's lots of jobs that we can do in the dry. So don't let the bad weather get you down. Keep going, because in a few days time or a week the weather's going to pick up, and everything that you can do while the weather's bad is going to save you time later on and mean you can get out and enjoy your garden more. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.